Hey dolls, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Daurel. I'm so excited for today's video. Today I'm going to be showing and reviewing some of the products from Miss Pat McGrath's Skin Fetish line. Got three things right here. So before we get into the products I've got today, let me give you a quick lowdown on who Pat McGrath is, just in case you don't know, which if you know anything about makeup, like Pat McGrath is one of the people you definitely should know about. She's a world-renowned British makeup artist. She's been in the makeup and fashion industry for over 2 decades now. Not only is she just a makeup artist for fashion models on runways, she also helps to formulate some of the most luxurious brands in makeup. She actually helped to formulate one of my favourite foundations ever, which is the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation. She was even named the most influential makeup artist in the world by the one and only Anna Wintour. Pat McGrath already has a makeup brand, but recently she's come out with the Skin Fetish Complexion line, and I got some of that stuff here today. I'm going to be reviewing the Skin Fetish Sublime Perfection Foundation and something else that's getting a lot of talk as well, which is the new Skin Fetish Sublime Perfection Concealer, and also the Skin Fetish Sublime Perfection Setting Powder. I love setting powder so much. I'm so excited to review this today as well. Before we get into the review, let's prime the face. For moisturizer today, I'm using the Charlotte Tilbury Magic. I don't know why I laugh every time I say that. I just feel so woo! This is very expensive. That's probably why. I honestly feel a bit uncomfortable using this sometimes, but it's just so good. Just gonna rub that in. Oh my god guys, side note, I've just done my nails for like the first time in like over 2 months, because obviously we're on lockdown, there's no nail shops open, so I've had to revert to doing it myself. I mean, for my first try, not too bad. Right, let's move on to primer. So one of the things I didn't end up getting from the line was the primer from Pat McGrath, only because I don't really believe in having to buy the primer along with the foundation. I think the foundation and the complexion product should be able to work with any primer that you want to use. However, I went to the store a couple of months ago, I think maybe February. I did get a sample of the primer, and it comes in a really nice glass jar. I think it's really cute and bougie of them, so I thought I might as well just use this today. Let me just check on the website, because I don't have the box in front of me. It is called the Pat McGrath Labs Sublime Perfection Primer, and it retails for £52. Let's see what the hell is so great about this. So it says makeup meets skincare in the ultimate smoothing skin refining primer. The first step in Pat McGrath's iconic system smooths, hydrates and renews with a sublime silken effect that instantly turns back time on your complexion by preventing moisture loss. It's a pink coloured formula, and it feels quite watery. Just gonna like dot that down. It's very cold to the skin straight away. Start working that in. It's got a little bit of a scent, but nothing like crazy. As far as blurring out pores, I can tell my face is looking quite supple already and airbrushed. Like, it feels like I've got no pores or any imperfections on my face. I do have a lot of primers that are a lot more affordable than this one that basically kind of does the same thing, so I'm not wowed by this primer, but it is nice. Now that the face is primed and ready to go, let's dip into the foundation. So this foundation is called the Pat McGrath Labs Skin Fetish Sublime Perfection Foundation. Okay, so it comes in this box carton here, and when you lift it, it's almost like a little cigarette box, and yeah, you kind of slide it out. So this is quite innovative for a foundation box for sure. Then again, for a bougie brand like this, I do expect nice packaging. I think that's kind of important too. This is what the foundation looks like outside of the box. So it comes with a pump, which is nice. I like the theme of black and gold. I love it. And it's glass frosted, so very bougie. I'm just going to read you off some claims about this bad boy right here. It says, Mother's instantly iconic foundation builds weightlessly from a sheer veil to flawless medium coverage in 36 universal colours. for all skin types, tones and undertones. It says it's self-setting, post-perfecting and long wearing. Its sublime satin finish lasts all day. So those right there are some pretty big claims of this foundation. It seems to do a lot. The coverage is buildable. I mean, it's a sheer coverage. McGrath's area of expertise is definitely like models on the runway. When you think of models on the runway, you don't think of them wearing full coverage, like full beat makeup. So I think that's why this is mainly designed. It's for that sort of like no makeup look. So it's sheer, but it's also buildable coverage as well. So you can build it up to medium coverage, and medium coverage is sort of my favorite. I don't really like full coverage because it just looks like a mask in my opinion on me, and it just looks a bit crazy, but I do like a good medium foundation, and she retails for £60. That is a very up there in pricing. I mean, that is one bougie ass foundation. This is probably the most, yeah, this is the most expensive foundation that I own. So normally I would use a sponge for all of my foundation, only because when I apply my foundations I don't want it to look cakey, but because this is going to be quite sheer to light medium coverage, I might need to use a brush just so, you know, I don't end up wasting £60 worth of foundation in my sponge. Okay, I'm going to start off with maybe 2 pumps. 1, 2. Yep, she's very watery. And I am in the shade medium 18. We're going to go in. Yes, very light coverage. I think I'm going to need a little bit more than 2 pumps, or we'll see. It's gliding on the skin really nice. Just gonna do like a light application first and see if we like it, or see if we need to add on a little bit more. Okay, so this is what 2 pumps look like in my entire face. So 2 pumps is normally what I would use for any foundation, because like I said, they are medium to full. But I think for a light coverage foundation, I think this covered quite a lot of bases already. Okay, I don't think I'm going to add any more than that, but it looks like I've got nothing on my face. It literally just looks like I've got like a moisturizer or some sort of blurring cream on my face, but it looks very like luminous and healthy looking. And definitely glowing. There's a lot of glow going on. Okay, so while that's sort of setting on my skin, let's move on to concealer. So I'm just going to read you off some claims from her website. This is the Skin Fetish Sublime Perfection Concealer. Mother's first ever concealer makes every flawless face fantasy come true, delivering creamy, full coverage and a natural radiant matte finish in 36 universal colours. Okay, so compared to her foundation, this is more of a light to medium coverage, whereas this one is claiming to be full coverage. So there's no in between. It's not light, it's not medium, it is full coverage. And I don't mind my concealers being full coverage because I've got like dark circles underneath my eyes, and just for that nice like bright lifted kind of sculpted look. So I'm excited to use this actually. I got this in the shade M15. This is described to be a yellow undertone. Let's get to applying. So it's a small doe foot applicator, a very small one actually, which I suppose will get really into the crevice of where you want it to be. So because it's full coverage, I'm gonna literally dot it because I don't want it to be too much, but we'll see. So I'm literally just gonna place some here, there, and there. Next eye, same thing, and then just the normal places I would put it. Okay, love this colour first of all. This colour is perfect. It's very yellow, very bright. I'm just going to blend this out.
Look at those palm trees there.
Okay, she's very full coverage. Very. Okay, a little definitely goes a long way. It's not exaggerating any pores or texture. That's what it's looking like so far. Let's do the next side. Because I have dry skin, and this concealer claims to be for all skin types, so normal, oily, dry, very dry, I tend to be quite wary of matte concealers, only because I have dry skin, so sometimes they tend to dry out my under eyes a lot, or just my skin in general. But I'm kind of seeing luminosity. I don't know if you can see it, but there's almost like a sheen. It's not powdery matte, which works really nicely with my skin, and I think it really complements the foundation as well. For price reference on this concealer, it retails for, okay, this is a bit confusing. It retails for £25 on Pat McGrath's website, but on Selfridges it retails for £26. So I don't really know what's going on there. I bought it off Selfridges because you get free delivery. But yeah, so I'm actually not sure how much this actually is. On her website, it's £25. So guys, that's the concealer. I don't think I'm gonna be going with any more. I think I want to keep this as natural as I can keep it. I think that concealer was really nice. I think when I want to do like a full glam look, I'll definitely be able to use it because it is full coverage. But I like how my skin is still looking like skin. That's really important to me. Like I said, I don't like my makeup to look like a mask. I just want it to like enhance what I naturally already have. But dang, I like. Okay guys, let's move on to the powder. Shake her out. Oh, she's tiny. So this right here is called the Skin Fetish Sublime Perfection Setting Powder. And some of the claims on the website is that it gives a barely there feel with the soft focus effects that visibly blurs fine lines and imperfections. And she retails, drumroll, for £50. £50. So the reason why I decided to purchase this powder is because I thought with the foundation and the concealer, it would only be right to set it with the powder just to get the full experience from the Skin Fetish collection. I really want to see if this makeup, compared to makeup that I normally use, if this one goes from divine to sublime, like she claims it does. So this is what she looks like. I can already see that this is a very we're back. This is a very finely milled powder. Finely milled powders are one of the best powders you can get because when you set it underneath your eye, they don't leave any like splotches or they don't cling on to dry patches. I'm using the shade Light Medium 2, which is a really nice yellow base. It kind of looks similar colour to the Fenty Beauty loose setting powder, which you guys know is my favourite. I'm just going to dab some of that product on my sponge. Okay. Very airbrushing straight away. The colour is nice. It's nice and yellow, so it brightens. But I don't know if I'm going to bake today. I kind of just want to push the product in because I want to go for that no makeup look. Okay, sort of same thing. It really does melt into the skin like straight away, which is nice. It's quite buttery in consistency and smooth to the skin. And it literally feels like I've got nothing on my face. Some powders can be quite heavy, like you can feel them on your face quite a bit. But this one feels like I've got nothing on my sponge. That's what it feels like. Just lightly setting my face because I don't want it to look too matte, because this foundation is supposed to be quite a skin-like finish. So if you go in with too much powder, you might interrupt the foundation, and I really don't want to do that. So I'm just gonna set the face very lightly. Okay, so this is what the primer, foundation, concealer and powder all look like together on the face. My face definitely looks expensive. Definitely looks very expensive. Doesn't even look like my skin anymore. It looks like a new improved version of my skin. Yeah guys, this is what she's looking at so far. Obviously we can't really say too much yet because we've only just applied it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go off camera and come back with all my makeup done. It's very important to see how they're going to apply with products you normally use, like bronzers, blusher, eyeshadow, highlighter, setting spray, all those key products that you would normally use. You want to be able to use it with your new things. So that's what I'm going to test out now. So I'll come back with my full face done. Okay guys, so I'm back with my makeup fully done. Just whipped together a quick natural beat look. No lashes, no eyeliner, just eyeshadow. It's all about skin today. I feel like naked without eyelashes, but I like this look, how it is, because it's almost like a runway look, like what models wear, because obviously they don't wear lashes, or not like crazy ones like I wear. But yeah, I'm kind of liking this like no makeup look. Very subtle. I love it. I do have to say the complexion did not budge or break or cause my complexion to move around or disrupt it. It actually looks amazing. Overall guys, I'm absolutely loving how this makeup is looking. The base is just looking really good. I don't know if you can see, but I feel like it looks very HD on the camera. It looks like I've got like movie makeup on. I don't know, my skin just doesn't look like my skin. It looks 10,000 times better. I'm all about complexion products, so this is why I wanted to review this in the first place. Anything that gives me flawless skin, like my skin but better, I'm all in for. So guys, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go off camera for a little while and I'm going to do some checkings today. So currently right now it is 2 o'clock. So I'll come back around 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, just mainly like in the late afternoon, just to see how well this foundation is holding up. Obviously, I wish I could go out and, you know, run some errands, do some things I would normally do, but we're in lockdown right now, quarantine life to the fullest. So the most I'm going to do is make myself lunch, FaceTime some of my friends, watch a bit of YouTube, and I'll be right back. So I will see you very soon. Hey guys, so I am back. It is currently 4:16 in the afternoon. So I initially applied the foundation around like 1 o'clock. So it's been about 3.5 hours since. I filmed some TikToks, I've done some FaceTime, I've eaten lunch, I've watched some things on YouTube. Yes, I just wanted to do a quick check-in with you to let you know how the makeup is holding up. It would have been a lot better if I could like leave the house and go out, like I said, and come back at like 9 o'clock like I would normally do. Okay, so first initial thoughts. Let's start with the primer. I think the primer was nice. It felt nice on the skin. It definitely blurred my pores. The only problem I have with that is that I have a lot of primers that do that. Also, when it comes to like hydrating side, I didn't feel like my skin was that much more hydrated compared to other primers I've got. I mean, the primer was nice, it was good. It just was nothing special, or nothing I've ever not tried before. So do I recommend the primer? I mean, for £50, no, I'm gonna say no. I feel like I need to try it a bit more. Maybe I'll get like another sample, because I'm definitely not ready to buy that for £50. Okay, so when it comes to foundation, I have to say, on first application of ever applying this, I really liked it. I really liked it, and I'll tell you why I liked it. Because when I applied it, I mean, it says light coverage, like sheer light coverage to buildable, but I put like 2 pumps on my face and I honestly thought that wasn't going to be enough, but it kind of was. All in all, I could probably get away with just using 2 pumps of this. I mean, for £60, you're damn right, all I'm going to be using is 2 pumps, because this needs to fucking last me. But yeah, I think just on this skin, and how I like how it made my skin look like my skin but better, almost like a tinted moisturizer, yet with a lot more hydration and a lot more of a blurring effect. It just looks very luxurious, very luminous, and like very like glowy, and that is my favorite types of foundation. So would I recommend this for £60? I mean, I would definitely use it again. I mean, I'm pretty in love with the foundation. I like the way it looks on camera. I've been taking some pictures on my iPhone and it just looks so amazing. Like the way my skin is looking right now, I don't think I own a foundation that makes my skin look the way it does. I mean, you can still see my skin kind of peering through, and I kind of do like that in this foundation. I think that it's just supposed to enhance what you naturally already have. I definitely recommend it being blended out with a brush, because I think that you get a little bit more coverage. I think if you were to use a sponge, the sponge would soak up most of your product, and for £60, it ain't happening. Honestly, because of the price, it's really up to you. I don't regret buying it, thank God. Like, the Colour is perfect for my skin tone. The foundation itself is very hydrating, so it won't dry up my skin, so I will get a lot of use out of this. This one, funny enough, reminds me a lot of the Luminous Silk by Giorgio Armani. I really like the way these foundations have been categorized in the shade ranges that they have, like light, light medium, medium deep, and deep. So in a roundabout way, I'm saying that this foundation was definitely worth it. Let's tilt concealer. So I love the fact how this concealer is not in the same formula as the foundation, because the foundation is very lightweight. I like the fact how this is full coverage, so it really gives people that extra coverage around their under eyes or in the spot treatments, or just trying to conceal those problematic areas. So I like how this comes in full coverage. You really don't need a lot of this. A little really does go a long way. That way it'll definitely last me long as well. Price wise, this is £26 or 25, 26 or 25, it's one or the other. I don't think that's too bad for a concealer. I mean, it's not cheap at all. I was expecting this to be at least 30, just comparing it to how much the foundation costs. I honestly thought it was going to be in the 30s. So if you can't afford the foundation, but yet you kind of want to get a feel of maybe the formulas of the skin complexion products that she has, definitely try the concealers. I really liked it. I liked how creamy it was. I liked how easy it was to apply and blend out. It's literally covered up all my dark circles. Plus the packaging is nice. It's a glass component. I mean, both foundation and concealer, I love the packaging. I love the black and gold theme. Overall, do I think that this concealer is worth the £26? I think it is, because you don't need a lot, so it will definitely last you a lot longer than other concealers, because I tend to go through concealers very quickly. One of my favorite concealers to use is the Fenty Beauty one, and I've legit bought that about 4 times. Like, I go through it so quick, but compared to the Fenty, this is full coverage, so this should last me a lot longer. And I really like the formula and how it blends out, and the lasting power of it as well. Like, I've got no creases underneath my eyes, it hasn't cracked, it hasn't budged, it basically does the damn thing. So I would definitely recommend you trying this concealer. Okay, last but not least, it is powder time. Now, I've been on the hunt for ages for like a really nice powder, because I tend to use the same powders over and over and over again. I was impressed by this powder, probably more of the formula of the powder, because it is very finely milled. It's air light. Like, when I was putting it on my skin, it felt like I was putting nothing on my skin. Applied really nicely. I love the color. It definitely brightened up my eyes, but it didn't brighten it so much that I'm getting that cast, like that flashback effect, which is nice. But when it comes to setting powders, I always have to compare it to my Fenty Beauty, because that is my favorite setting powder ever. Would I say that this one is better, especially because it's £50? I don't think it is necessarily. I think that this I would have to definitely keep using to see. I mean, it looks absolutely flawless and gorgeous on the skin. I didn't see anything straight away that really wowed me to the point where I'm like, oh my god, this is better than Fenty. I can already tell. So this is something that I'll probably have to keep using, but on application, I mean, the skin looks flawless. And I like the fact how it's not overly mattifying as well, because again, I've got dry skin. It definitely didn't leave any dry patches underneath my eyes. It hasn't dried out my face, because I set my whole face with that. So overall, I think it's a very beautiful powder. But is it worth £50? I'm gonna say no. I don't think it's worth £50, but overall I do think that this is a very beautiful powder. It kind of reminds me of the Laura Mercier powder, how finely milled it is, but I actually think this one's better than the Laura Mercier powder. So guys, I think I'm gonna end the video here. Overall, I am definitely impressed with Miss Pat's skin complexion products. I think the foundation is absolutely to die for. It's a beautiful foundation. I definitely will be using it again. Same with the concealer. The powder is a beautiful formula and it looks absolutely effortless on the skin. So overall, I'm very happy with all my purchases. So guys, just a disclaimer, this video is not at all to kind of coerce you to spend, I don't know, nearly £200 on like 4 products from McGrath. However, I personally just wanted to try them out. One of the YouTubers that really adore this brand is Jackie Aina, and Jackie Aina is probably one of my favorite YouTubers, if not my favorite. And every time she uses the foundation and the concealer, her skin looks so flawless that immediately I just wanted to try it. So I'm really happy I did. So overall, I'm very impressed and I'm very happy with my purchases and I'm very happy with the final look. So guys, if you enjoyed this video today, please don't forget to give me a like and comment, share and subscribe to my channel. Let me know in the comments down below if you're going to purchase any of this. Have you tried it before? Do you like it? Is it something that you would recommend? Let's all sound off below in the comments. So thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, I will see you in the next one.